All right. All right, this game's a classic. Okay, Jason, Billy, Trini, Kimberly, Zach every day. Area 1. I haven't played this game in years. Oh shit. Dude, I love Zach's like dance moves. He's the best ranger by far, though. Let's go. You imagine just getting an axe right to the face, though? Probably wouldn't feel too good. Yo, what's up, Marty? Oh yeah, dude. This is a classic, dude. I think this is one of the first video games I think I ever beat as a kid. Oh, for sure. Dude, this is a great game, man. I have not, although I've heard good things. Oh, for real? Okay, then I'm gonna have to really try it out then. Ninja Warrior, huh? Okay, no, that sounds good. No, man, yeah, dude, I grew up playing this game. Like I said, I think it's probably one of the first games I ever really, like, beat on my own. Oh, dude, nice. Oh yeah, you can do like that, like, cool backflip type thing. Now, as far as beat 'em ups go, this is a pretty good one. Big ass robots. That's so funny, dude. I'm gonna have to check that. I probably have it on my flash card here too. Oh man. Oh, I forgot, like mashing and you go slower. Shit. Yeah, you do it a lot faster if you don't mash. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, you can like upswing. Just knocks him right out. Pop. Dude, so the little like sound effect. It's so good. Pop. Okay, here we go. Now I fight the head. Oh, come on, dude. Get down here. Ah! I think you can jump off the wall, too. Oh, yeah, you can, totally. Oh, yeah, that's right. You gotta use that later in the game anyway. Okay. Just getting smoked by the head. Dude, get down here. That's the only weird thing about Zach. Doesn't have good vertical. Oh, for real? Oh, dude, nice. Dude, honestly, I haven't heard from Hubert in a long time. I was actually thinking about getting back into Project Base 100%. I was watching some old videos, just kind of looking back on my archive and stuff, and I had a couple runs towards the end of when I stopped playing 100% that were really promising, and I'm like, damn, why did I stop? But I think it's because I got big into like Hyper Metroid again, and then I just kind of put a pause on it. But I think I could really do some damage on 100%. Oh, Osu, that makes sense. He really likes that game. He's pretty good at it too. The dance move thing, pretty on the nose. Man, that's pretty damn good, dude, honestly. Anything sub hours, like, pretty damn good. Sub hours, like the first big, like, hurdle. Movement comes with time, though, like... I mean, you just get better at movement from just playing a lot. That'll come naturally. Two-round Fantoon? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Like for the first like year and a half I streamed, I like exclusively used emulator because I didn't I wasn't really sure on what capture card to use and stuff. And I didn't have a flash card either, so like that also sucked. So what I ended up doing is buying like a cheap EverDrive and my GV USB 2, which I still use to this day. It still works really well. And I just started using that, yeah. And then eventually I got an SD2 SNES and then an FX Pack Pro. But I mean, all I knew is that playing on cart on a CRT was like way fucking better. But yeah, especially for that game. Like I could get away with playing on emulator for a lot of other things, but like when it came to Project Base, it was like I need to play on cart. I just wasn't hitting, like it was like night and day how much easier it was to do the tricks. on like real hardware. Cause yeah, you're right. You basically project your like chaining movement. Or like chaining strats. Yeah, dude. We call them, what is it, Doom jumps? But then the internet got really mad, so now we call them Quake jumps. Dude, I ever tell you about this story about how I put out a tutorial on how to do those jumps? And I call them Doom jumps because, you know, back in when I played Doom, because I never really played Quake, they didn't have, like, aim down or whatever. But when I started doing speed runs of Doom a couple of years ago, you know, you can have, like, mouse look and shit. And to do a jump in classic Doom without having the jump button, you would look at the ground, shoot a rocket launcher, and it pops you up in the air, right? So I guess Quake already had that. So I wasn't aware because I never played Quake, right? So I call them Doom jumps. And I posted a video called like project-based Doom jump tutorial. And fucking I had so many comments about, dude, Quake, you mean Quake jump? You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. Whatever you say. Yeah, Doom doesn't have jumps. What the fuck are you talking about? It's Quake. Well, you play Doom, you don't like play Quake, what? And I like had people like request that I like redo the video. I'm like, okay, fine. I just stopped uploading project-based tutorials. Yeah, dude. I'm like, I don't know. We'll just chalk it up to that's the name of the trick. Do I really have to kill this thing and move on? I do. Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, dude. That's where I use like Final Doom and like Doom OpenGL. I used to do stuff on like Doom Builder and shit. And that's like what I would use all the time is like mouse look and yeah, dude, really good actually. My wife and I got married after it was 8 years. Then we got married, so this October we'll be married 2 years. We built a house. Now we're in a house. We're back in our hometown, which is great. So like I'm back in the town where I started streaming. So we had moved very far downstate for 2 years, then kind of middle state for 2 years. Now we're back home. Yeah, dude, she's awesome, dude. Yeah, dude, we have a kid now, so that's really cool. Yeah, dude, I've just been like, honestly, the last 2 years why I haven't really streamed that much, or like very, very, very on and off, is because of how fucking busy everything is with that. And I've finally kind of we've gotten our lives in order a little bit to where we have a little bit more spare time. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, he's like 9 months. He's 9 months old right now, almost 10. So like, he's just getting to the point now where like he can move around on his own. and kind of be his own person a little bit. Where before it was like strictly dependent on like us. Like, I mean, he still is strictly dependent on us, but like he can still like I can be playing in here and like organizing stuff, and he's just having fun playing on the ground with like a fidget spinner or something, or his toys, you know. Before it's like baby can't move, barely move his head, do whatever, you know. So it's cool because he just chills with me now. Yeah. Honestly, though. Diaper alarm, food alarm. I'm just genuinely upset about something, but I can't tell you what it is. That's the hardest part, I think. It's just like, Bud, I wish I knew what you were upset about, but I just honestly, I have to use like visual cues sometimes. I mean, most of the time, honestly. Exactly. Right. It's like honestly made me want to be the best person I can be, you know? He's changed my life a lot. But no, it's really cool, man. Like it almost feels like a Cinderella story where like the white picket fence type thing that everyone talks about. Like it went from like jumping towns to like trying to figure out what we were gonna do, and we ended up moving back home, which that's a whole other story I can tell you about too, which is crazy. So but yeah, we went from like hopping around towns to like getting back in our hometown, getting a house that we really like, having a kid, getting married, all that good stuff, you know, the white picket fence stuff. But no, dude, when we lived in the town we were previously in, we're about 2.5 hours downstate. We were renting a house. Leasing a house from a lady in a small Amish town called Tustin. It was a really nice house, dude. Had absolutely ass internet, but so we're renting. We were there for 2 years. We didn't break any rules. We kept the place clean. We had dogs, but I mean that wasn't really an issue. We paid our bills on time. We abided by our rules. But then COVID happened, and then she's just like, I mean, the couple were very old, and I think her husband was on the way out. So she was like, hey, it was like Mother's Day. We got a letter in our mailbox. She was our neighbor, by the way. She didn't even come over and tell us. We got a handwritten letter in our mailbox saying, hey, you know, your lease is coming up here in June. But I'm deciding to sell the house, so you gotta pretty much get the fuck out. And we had 28 days to fucking either buy a house or figure something. Like, I had to set up transfer paperwork for my job. Becca had to outright find a whole new job in her field too, because she's basically social worker, or she is a social worker, so like it's not easy. She's a DVSA therapist. Like that job doesn't just pop around anywhere, you know. So we had 28 days to figure all that shit out. It was absolutely nuts. So I ended up forced to pretty much move back home, but it ended up being for the better. Ooh, shit. Dude, this level was always kind of like my least favorite. Is this just a bomb? Or is it health? Okay. There we go. Yeah, I hope all has been well with you too, Marty. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Oh, for real? I'm really gonna have to check that out, dude. Oh shit. Yeah, I say even this game has like, I don't know, maybe it has a little more platforming than I gave it credit for. You do kind of like flip around and stuff. Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. Dude, speaking of, so you're in Iowa. Are you a Slipknot fan? Dude, if you live in Iowa, you gotta be a Slipknot. Oh yeah, there you go. Dude, they're going crazy right now. They just got their new drummer. Eloy Casagrande, who, being a drummer myself, I've followed him for years. He's insanely good. Yeah, the original drummer, Joey Jordison, he passed away like a couple of years ago. Pretty sad. Yeah, dude, Slipknot's like my favorite band ever, so like, every time I hear someone lives in Iowa, I'm like, alright, Slipknot, eh? Yeah, dude, you pretty much stream around the time I'm at work in the morning, so like it's cool because my job's pretty chill early on. So I lurk a lot. And I try to get in there and support when I can. Ah! Ah! California. Oh shit. There we go. Heck yeah, dude. I really like your streams, man. It's just a huge bummer, dude. Like, I feel like I wanted to stream for like the longest time, but I moved from a place where like for a year we were getting like kilobyte internet. Couldn't stream at all then, really. So I basically started my YouTube up and really started to work on that. And then getting home, just stuff with the house and stuff, just being so busy. I'd stream for like a month and then be like, oh yeah, I'm way too busy to be able to do that. And then it'd be like 3-4 months, or like stream for like a month. Have to take like 3 months off. Becca gets pregnant, it's like, okay, well, I'm taking like, I'm not gonna be able to stream for like 2 years. And so I was kind of just like, yeah, between the house and the kid and everything, it's just not gonna happen. But finally, here we are. Well, no, I've kind of hit a wall too, because I'm like, I'm not necessarily in like the speed running mood, you know? So I'm like, I don't know what I should do, because my stream was pretty much primarily speed running. So I'm just like, just playing fun stuff. And then maybe I'll pepper in some speed runs, you know? Like I might run MMX after the Power Rangers is done. Yeah, dude, right. Honestly, I feel like that's what streaming should be, man. I feel like streaming, the idea of streaming nowadays is devolved into such like, I feel like everyone feels like they have to be something when they stream, which is just seeing the arc of Twitch nowadays. You see like all these new streamers are like, oh dude, I have to play Apex Legends, I have to play Overwatch, I have to play fucking Fortnite, I have to follow this mold, like any new big game that comes out, I have to play Pal World, I have to play fucking Helldivers 2, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone feels like they have to follow this pattern. It's like, dude, just fucking play what makes you happy. If that makes you happy, that's great. I don't want to, you know, shit on anyone's choice of what they're streaming, but there is a huge, like, clique. It's like a high school lunch table. All the kids that play Fortnite are at one table. People watch one game streamers. Yeah, and characters, just personalities. One of my favorite streams is Rimsky. Right. No, that's, I mean, dude, honestly, yeah, that's awesome. There was a streamer named the OK guy. I was actually pretty decent friends with him when he was still like really streaming. Yeah, dude. And basically like he did like Link to the Past speedruns. And at that time I wasn't even really that into like Link to the Past speedruns. Like I really liked the game. But the speedrun I had like no interest in really, but I would sit in his chat for hours and literally just watch him practice like the same strat over and over again just because of how entertaining he was. And like that's a true testament to like a good stream, you know? No conversation. Yeah, oh dude, yeah. That's a big thing too, where it's, I feel like when you get to a certain point, that just will happen, and like eventually though, I guess. The bigger you become, the less actual conversation happens in chat. Which is kind of a bummer, because I feel like a lot of streamers that are big probably miss that, I would assume. Oh, I know, like, hey, dude, like, not to, you know. Yeah, oh, exactly. Oh, and then there's like I've noticed there's like weird attention grabbing stuff, like, hey, dude, like, I once watched a streamer where, I don't want to say anything about who it is or what happened, but like, there was someone in chat trying to say like my mom had, hey dude, like my mom has MS, and like they kept writing it so the streamer would like see it, and I'm like, one, that's incredibly sad, and I'm sorry to hear that, but like, do you really need this person online to acknowledge that your mother has MS? I don't know. I was a little sad. Yeah, no, like, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that might, in that scenario, in my scenario, might have been a little bit more. Yeah. Like it. That would have been a little more deep. Like they're just trying to like talk about it, which I totally get it. But like, why on a Twitch chat? Yeah, exactly. That is, yeah, that's very true. I didn't think about that either. I guess it's not fair for me to... Trauma dumping. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Dude, the level of difficulty of that boss is so high. Right. And that can cheer a lot of people up, which is good. I think people need that. That's why streaming is cool. Always says what his breakfast is that day. 3 donuts and an energy drink. That's so funny. That's goofy. A Monster Java Energy. I've got 3 Doug Nuts and a Monster. Let's go. Oh my god, yeah, no kidding, dude. The amount of calories alone in the donuts. And it's pastries, so it's like bread, which isn't necessarily healthy for you. And then you basically chug just straight sugar and taurine. Too funny. World record and shit. And a stroke. Dude, I basically, like, I stopped drinking energy drinks like a long time ago, but like I drink a Mountain Dew Kickstart, which is basically just like I don't know, it's almost like a juice type. It's almost like pop with a little more sugar in it. And though even those alone are like good enough for me. I can't imagine, like, when I was in high school, dude, it was so unhealthy. It's like when Monster first came out, I would drink like fucking 4 Monsters a day. Sometimes maybe even more, and I'm like, it's the point where my body was like, dude, you're literally gonna kill yourself. But like, I'm set at like 16, 17, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Go for it. Like, so unhealthy, dude. So unhealthy. Nowadays, like, oh, and then it's like the same with like drinking alcohol too. Yeah, dude, I work in I'm the manager of a receiving department at Home Depot. I like unload fucking semis all day and move giant boxes around. Heavy shower doors, like literally hand unloading like hundreds of doors every other day. It's like really stupid. So like my body is like, dude, you gotta have something. So now I've really learned to appreciate coffee. Is my huge thing now. Yeah, just your body's like screaming at you, like, dude, please stop. Speaking of coffee. But yeah, like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that half the time. Oh, just getting smoked. Just getting smoked. I had to resort to what is it? They call this what are they? Those like Starbucks mocha like energy coffee deals. I worked when I lived down in the city like 4 or 5 years ago. My shift was 11:45 at night to 7 a.m. But my coworkers absolutely sucked. Like that store had just like people hopping everywhere. And no one could keep a job down there for some reason. Like everyone just didn't want to show up to work. So like, I don't know, the gas station company Shell, obviously, they had these underlying rules where it's like, if you leave on your shift, even if your shift is over, like if you leave the store unattended, that's automatically constituted as workplace abandonment, and you like instantly lose your job. So I remember like my coworkers just no call, no showing, and I'm up all night, and then at 7 in the morning we get a morning breakfast like rush, and I don't have any relief until like noon or 1 p.m. and I've been up since 11:45 working the night before. And yeah, dude, I would do like 17 to 19 hour shifts, or I'd like work an 8-hour shift, go home, and then someone wouldn't show up. My boss would be like, hey, Marshall, can you come back into work in like an hour or two? And my drive is like a half hour to get there. So I'm already like dead to rights. So those like Starbucks mocha energy coffees or whatever, dude, those like saved my life. Because otherwise I would have been just smoked. Like what a shitty feeling chugging like 5 of those things just to actually stay awake. I remember being so tired once. I was standing at the counter and like falling asleep standing up. I like literally felt sick. And then that was when I was like, yeah, I need a new job. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the same boat, Marty. A little caffeine doesn't hurt, for sure. I feel like it's just, like, if I don't, I'm just dragging like crazy. I, like, cannot get motivated if I don't have some caffeine. Probably why people have such a high addiction to it. Dude, I've kind of been like autopiloting this game. It's kind of funny. I'm like not even thinking about it. I think that's what's cool about this one is like it's not particularly difficult. So it's fun. It's fun to just play. Like it's a fun game, and it's got like actually really good graphics for a SNES game. Came out in '94, which actually like I didn't think about either. This came out kinda towards the end of the SNES's life cycle. I think '95. There's maybe some games in '96 that were made, but like '94's. They were already starting to think about Nintendo 64 and shit. Ah. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh, dude, really? That's insane, dude. 32X for $2. That's super cool. See that? That's kind of the shitty thing, like where I live, man. There's just none of that. Like, the coolest game store we have is a GameStop, and like, we didn't have any retro shops where we live, or like where we're at. And like, there is one game shop, but really, the dude who owns it is not a good dude. He way overprices his shit. Dude, this was like the shit back in the day. These like giant sprites are so cool. I think this is what spawned the fighting edition. This is like the second Power Rangers game. I think people actually thought this was cool enough to where they're like, let's do this. Finish him. Got one more fight. And we're getting the hell out of Dodge. Dude, I've never actually seen in person a 32X either. I bet that's just wild. That's like a giant attachment, isn't it? That just like goes on the top of a Sega. That's wild. And then you gotta hook it up all crazy. And it's amazing that like it's like plugging in an expansion into a regular Sega, but it can't play. Like, what's stopping you from just putting a 32X game into the original Sega, I guess? Besides, like, shape. It's weird that it's just, like, drawing power from the original console to, like... Why not just come out with a new console? I don't get it. Shit. Can't do it. There we go. We got it. Woohoo! Die! Hell yeah. Let's go. We did it. That's Power Rangers. That's a short but sweet one. Think of how insane that is. It was realistic because it wasn't a 2D game. What's up, Proto Man? Yeah, right. This is a solid one for sure. It's crazy how brainwashed people got with the idea of 3D graphics just being better. It's a shame, dude. I've got some friends that literally won't play older games like this because they're like, ugh, these graphics are terrible. And I'm like, but it's a good game. Like, it doesn't have to look like Fallout 4 or like, what's another like crazy fucking... It doesn't have to look like Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever the fuck to be a good game. Like, I think that the sprite art, my wife and I talk about this all the time. Sprite art is like timeless, dude. People still make games like with sprite graphics because it's just, they never go bad. They always look cool. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that very much. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it, dude, graphics like this were ahead of its time back then. So, like, honestly, yeah. It's not easy making a game with like sprite art, especially back in the early 90s when people were just figuring it out. So like 0411 1000 121. Oh, that's if you want to like do the fights again. I always thought there was like some super secret code, but there never was.